Hello everybody. So in this video I want to talk about how that we can create the life of our dreams. Now everybody has a dream and not everybody's dream is the same. But many of us are, in a sense, unsure how to create this dream life that we all desire so much. And in order for us to create this dream life that we all want, there are certain things that we'll need to unlearn, to relearn, to let go, to align and connect. We'll need to let go of everything that we've been told, that such as like we are not able to do this or that, or that in order to accomplish your dreams you will need to do so and so. And we'll need to learn on how to trust ourselves and how to realize that we are the ones that are, first of all, creating this life that we have right now for ourselves. And it's not about saying that, we're this all-powerful being that can control things and, we can bend things to our will. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being connected with who we are. Not to inflate, but to align. So the things that we need to learn is we need to learn to listen to ourselves. We need to learn to trust ourselves. The dream life that we have, it is not only possible, but it is really what we're here to do. That's what I would like people to realize, is that we're not here to create somebody else's dream and to hop on their boat where they're going to do whatever. We might want to do that if it's aligned with what we want to do. But first and foremost, we need to be aligned with what we want. And most of the time we need to get quiet because we have all this clutter and all the other people's opinions and society that tells us how we should do things, and authority figures that are telling us, no, you can't do that. And of course, there's a need for different perspectives. But at the same time, you need to get in touch inside. And that's where I'm a very big proponent of knowing yourself. Once you get to know yourself, you'll get in touch with who and what you want. You'll get in touch with your power. You'll get in touch with what really resonates with you. So what you really are connected with. And if we are able to connect with this, we'll soon discover there are certain things that we need to, in a sense, change. These things that we need to change are our mindset, the way that we see things, how we view ourselves, and our inherent ability to create our own reality, which we're at all times doing, whether we realize it or not. Because at the end, this life that we are all living is your own creation. And we can't blame anybody. We can't say that, this was forced on you. This is all something that we chose. And blaming other people will only dispower us. will only make us feel weak and fragile, and also at the mercy of other people. So if we're able to connect with inside what we really want, and also connect with our power, we'll soon come to realize that we are everything, and we're also not a thing. We're not nothingness. And within that also implies that we're able to transform things, because we're everything and we can just connect with whatever we want to connect with, and boom. So I want to talk about something that we don't really hear about a lot: transmutation. For me, this is like such a powerful tool that we have, and we don't realize how we often we're doing it on a daily basis and a moment to moment basis. We transform thoughts into reality. We transform ideas into something physical. After all ideas, all creations, all inventions were first created in the mind. And then once it was, in a sense, visualized in the mind, then we're able to create it on a physical sense. So all that we did was we transformed the energy that we had in our minds, and we transformed that into material existence. Now, this is also very important to realize, because this is like the saying in science that says that energy never dies. It never is created and never dies. But we're able to transform it. So basically, all we're doing is transforming the state of something. So if we take a tree and then we create a table, we took the energy that was the tree and then we created it. We created a table from it. And if we're able to do that in a physical sense, we're obviously able to do it in the mental, emotional, psychological, and spiritual sense. So in order for us to be free and to be living the dream life, we're going to have to free ourselves from our limited perceptions and limited viewpoints, the small sense of I. And we do that by transforming it in our minds and also in the way that we see things. So let's say, for instance, that we believe that the whole world is chaotic. Well, if we're going to be going about with this perspective, then what really do we have to counter this chaos? We're in a sense stuck in the idea that the world is just chaotic, and then like I need to, in a sense, deal with it, right? I need to face up with reality. But let's say we at first believe that it is chaos, and then all of a sudden we're able to see a secret order. We're able to see that behind this perceived chaos there's actually an order. And if we're able to see that, then this order is much more aligned with what we would want, in a sense, right? Because who wants to live in a chaotic world, and also a chaotic mind and chaotic heart? So we're able to do that by changing the way we see things. And if we're able to do that, then everything changes. As soon as you can change your viewpoint on how things are. Another example would be if we believe somebody is downright evil, and somehow, some way, we're able to step aside and see it from another angle, and then see this person not as necessarily evil, but as somebody wounded. You see how now the limitation of who they are, which is somebody just pure evil, and how do we deal with that? It's very, very difficult to deal with that. But if we can see him as wounded, then we can have compassion, empathy, and understanding. And if we do the same for ourselves, that we're not necessarily, some people will label themselves as, stupid, right? And a good way, if you see yourself as stupid, is to kind of like take small steps in your transmutation, in the way that you transform. So at first you see yourself as stupid. Now try to reduce the heaviness of this viewpoint and say that, well, it's not simply that I'm stupid, but let's say you're silly at times. You see how the weight of the situation now is much lighter. And after you are able to see it as you being silly instead of being stupid, you're much freer. Now, if you want to continue transmutating this, so now we're at the state where we see things as silly, how about that we see ourselves as incredibly intelligent? So you're able to be so intelligent that you are able to appear as silly, right? And then that again liberates you, and you're able to, in a sense, become more lighthearted, more forgiving about yourself. And by extension, you're going to be able to do the same for other people. And by doing this, we're starting to align with what we're able to do, or what we're able to create as far as your own life. Because as we transform these emotions or these viewpoints, we start realizing that we are the captain of our own ship. We can see things exactly how we decide, right? So instead of seeing somebody as evil, we can see him as incredibly intelligent and just playing a role. Or let's see somebody that we see them as incredibly shy or like lazy, right? And so let's say, take lazy for an example. So that lazy is very much like a very restricting viewpoint in a sense. And if we're able to see that, well, they're just not motivated in this aspect, right? And you do the same for yourself, obviously. It's not that you're lazy, just you're not motivated when it comes to this specific thing. But then if you are able to see things differently, you're able to give yourself some credit where, like, there are certain times or certain areas where you're not lazy at all. Let's say that for you, what you love is to create music, and you can at times spend a whole day writing lyrics or creating some tunes, right? We're in a sense like a sort of DJ where we're creating a whole song in a sense, and we're putting different pieces together by doing this. But the thing is that you are motivated because you love creating music. So you see that you're not really lazy, you're just the stuff that you're not passionate about, you don't really feel like doing it. And it's perfectly acceptable that, because we're all this way. There's all stuff that we love to do. So my point is this, is that by transforming things, transmutating things in your mind and how you see things, you change the energy signature of everything. If you're able to have one small shift in how you see things, everything else changes. And by that, this is the mean where we're able to create the life of our dreams. So if we work backwards and we say, I want the life of my dreams, and then work backwards and say, life of my dreams is me being financially abundant. Life of my dreams is about me being happy. Life of my dreams is about me being connected. Life of my dreams is living the lifestyle that I want to live. And then aligning with these things. And then, in a sense, like I said, working backwards. So using that as a template, using this vision of your dream life as the way that you want to live. Well, now all you need to do is transform and transmute the energy so that you can create the life of your dreams. And it's already here. It's already there inside of you. All you need to do is create it, is connect with it, and then visualize it and create it. But we're told that all of this is so difficult. Right? We're told that, your dream life, let's say that you want to be a painter, right? Oh, and so many people will tell you, you are crazy to dream to become a painter, right? There's nobody in this life that is a successful painter. Well, we know that not to be true. And the same with, let's say somebody tells you that, well, you can't travel the world. Well, we know some people do. Just look at these YouTubers that travel the world. And all they do is they video themselves with their experiences in all over, in different places in the world. And they get people that are willing to pay them for all the adventures that they're sharing. And also there's a lot of people that, might be interested in that specific country they're visiting, and then by them visiting this country and explore and showing us how their experiences were, well, it's showing everybody that has dreams of moving there what it's like to live there, and what are the fun things, and what are the things we need to watch out for, and everything. So these YouTubers that are, travel YouTubers are really, for me, a good example of how, if we follow our bliss and we follow, and we are able to take a leap of faith where we're saying to ourselves that I'm worthy of this dream life. And then, like I said, transform things. So if, let's say your vision is this, to travel the world, right? But then you have in your mind, you have all these things that are preventing you from going. Oh, I'm not intelligent enough. Oh, I'm not able to make enough money by doing it. Well, why are some people able to? Why are some people able to do this while you are not? Are they better than you? No. Absolutely not. They're not better than you. They just had a vision and they went for it. They went for their vision. They became clear on what they wanted, and they basically became unstoppable because they followed through with what they had envisioned. And these people had to transform a lot of doubt, a lot of limiting thoughts. They had to transform all of these naysayers that were telling them that they can't do it, and they transformed that into motivation. They transformed that into confidence by overcoming these people that were saying, no, you can't do that. And the more that they continued on this path, the more that they became aligned, and the stronger their vision became, and they basically created the life of their dreams. And I talked to this about this a couple times. Estas Tone, the guitarist, he used to be a street performer in Germany for a very, very long time. And obviously street performers are not very well off, very much a struggling artist, right? But now Estas Tone is considered one of the best guitarists in the world, and he is selling out when he plays. He had a vision, he stayed true with it. And this doesn't mean that when you have a vision that everything is going to fall into place and that within a couple of days you're going to have your dream life. No. You need to continue on. You need to live that dream. Estas Tony loves to play. That's what he kept on doing. He kept on playing that beautiful guitar of his. And if we can start doing the same, if we can start living our life as if we're playing, then does it really matter if we're rich or not? Because you're playing at the end, and you're getting paid to play. Alright, like Estas Tony right now, for him, he's enjoying himself playing the guitar, and he's getting paid to play the guitar. So for everybody that believes that, oh, this is not possible, you can always show them, or even if it's you that has self-doubt, you can always show yourself that there are people that are living the dream life that you are dreaming about. So why are they able to do it and not you? And it doesn't matter what it is that you have as far as your dream. What matters is that you follow through with your dream, and we stop doing things that we don't love anymore. Because we know full well if we continue doing things that we don't like, we know where this leads. It doesn't lead to a very fulfilling life. And also, all the money that we might be getting from living this miserable life is not really okay. We might say, well, okay, at least I have this and that, and I have all these toys, but like, my goodness, I'm not very happy at all. So for my opinion, and this is my opinion, but much better to do something that you love and not have a lot of money than to do something you hate and have a lot of money. But that's just me, right? If this is something that you disagree with, it's fine, but for me, I'm hoping that people start aligning themselves with what their dream is, and realizing that they have everything within them to be able to make this a reality. And you can do it by transforming the idea that you have in your mind into something more physical, and you keep on going, and you keep on doing what you love. Just keep on being true to yourself. And if we're able to connect and be aligned with what we really want, then how can we say we're not a success? But by just doing the things that we love, for me, that's a big thing that we're succeeding in life. Because all the different people that have told us how we should be living, and it wasn't aligned with us, they weren't able to succeed in making you, in a sense, miserable, from doing something that you hate. And you were true to yourself. You didn't self-betray, didn't self-sabotage. You're showing yourself to be worthy of living the dream life that you want. So I want people to kind of like explore the whole concept of transmutation and being able to transform energy, and to really contemplate this. And there's plenty of videos on this, and it's usually related to alchemy, where transmutation is one of the key things that we can do in order to bring about the dream life that we all want. So I hope this video was entertaining, fun, encouraging, and in a sense freeing, because we've had so much pain and sense of disconnection, sadness, and we become angry because we're frustrated with ourselves, right? By doing things that we hate. But by aligning and connecting with who we are and what we want, and then going for it, go for it. Make your dreams a reality. You can do it. I'm telling you, you can do it no matter what it is that your dream is. You can do it. So I love you all. I wish you all the best. If you have any comments or suggestions, comment in the comment section. And until next time, bye bye.